Hi, welcome back to Betty's Gym. We're going to be working on lower body today, and congratulations, you made it to the end of the week. Today we're going to be focusing on hip flexion and abduction. So there's adduction and abduction. We are going to be working on getting our hips to go away from our midline. And then flexion, we're going to be looking at getting our hips to go up and building some strength there. So today, we'll go over materials in a minute. Let's start with a Jefferson curl and a hip car for a warm-up. We haven't talked about Jefferson curl in here yet, but we're going to talk about it now. So a Jefferson curl starts like a spine car. So on Wednesday, we talked about spine car. And what we do is we curl down to the base of our spine. Now, this would be the extent of it if we were doing a spine car. But in a Jefferson curl, we allow our hips to kick back. We keep a soft bend in our knees, and we can curl all the way down. And then slowly, segmentally, curl all the way up. Now, some people at the bottom of their Jefferson curl can touch the floor or can touch their toes. And some people have really tight hips and tight low back and can't quite do that. So wherever you are, that's where you go. Sometimes it feels good to let gravity just kind of pull you there. Just sitting there in the lower position for a second. Taking a deep breath there will help everything relax a little bit, and you might get a little bit lower. So let's do a couple more. One more. All right. So we are also going to do our hip car. And we've done this before, but it's been a little while. So we're going to use something to stabilize. We're going to bring our foot across the body. We're going to bring it up into flexion, our knee, out to the side, back, around. Oop, and I didn't give myself enough room here. And then we kick back and reverse. And we'll keep our hand out of the workspace. So let's do 3 of these. Okay, let's see what the other side can do. All right, our work today is monster walks and banded marches. And we're going to do 10 of each of those, and we're going to do them 3 times each. Now, I would recommend doing the movements at the beginning without the band, just to see if you can do them. And then add the band as you get going. So You want to pick probably the lightest band in weight, least amount of thickness. We'll use a slam ball to finish up, but for the work today, we'll just need the band, okay? So a monster walk is a little bit of a squat. It's like a quarter of a squat, okay? So our hips are gonna come back a little bit. Our legs are gonna be wide with our knees out. And our toes are gonna be pointed forward. You can't see that. But when I walk, I wanna keep everything at this width. So I'm kind of sitting back a little bit. Not all the way down, not all the way up, but I've got kind of a 45-degree angle from my femur to my hip here, okay? And usually monster walks are to the side. We go this way and this way. You can also go forward and back. And people often do a workout where you go up to the side, back, and to the other side. But we want to keep these knees as far apart as we're going. We want to keep them the same distance apart, okay? Now with the band, that adds difficulty because the band is going to constrict. And so we're going to feel it right here. But if you haven't done these at all, just the position, you're going to feel it right there if you hold it, okay? So when you monster walk, I recommend for the workout side to side or doing the box where you're going up to the side, back, and to the other side and up, okay? So if doing it unbanded is feeling good, we'll add the band, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then the marches, same thing. You might need something to hold on to, but you're going to bring your knees up as far as feels good, okay? When you do this with the band, first of all, sit down to put this on. So for the marches, it goes right above your knee. And it's going to bunch up, but it's right above the knee. Push against that band to keep our knees out. And we keep our knees wide when we're going side to side. Okay? When we do the marches, this is going to be hard to show you with the camera angle, but this goes over your toes, okay? So both feet are going to be in, and this is going to be on the ground. And one part of the band is going to be on the floor. You're going to be stepping on it. The other part of the band is going to be over your shoe. And both feet are going to be in there. Let's see if I can do this really quick. Okay. Whoops. All right. So now, as your knee comes up, your foot's going to want to pull in again, and you're going to want to fight that. So my knee comes up, and no, you can't see the band on my foot. Let's see if I can scoot back. Let's try that again. Yep, there you go. And it's important because there's a lot going on, so you need something to hang on to. Okay? All right. I'll let you get to it, and we'll come back here at the end for a cool down and recovery tools. So see you in a minute. All right. That was probably a burner. You probably feel it a lot right here. We're going to do a little bit more, but we're going to keep it kind of low key. We're going to use those muscles some more. But we're going to do it in a glute bridge. And you may not want to weight this one because you've already done your exercise. But if you do want to weight it, you can use a slam ball or some kind of yoga block or dumbbell, whatever you want. But you may not feel like doing that right now. So let's do a couple of glute bridges. Let's say 5 or 6. And then I'll show you how to recover. All right, plant your feet and squeeze the top. Okay, tomorrow and even right now, you will probably want to roll out those hips. You'll be focusing kind of on the side like we did before. And yeah, let me just show you how. All right, so we are going to stay in the hip capsule. A lot of people would be tempted to roll the IT band. You don't necessarily want to do that unless instructed by a doctor or physical therapist. But doing the muscle groups in the hip socket and up by the pelvic bones and all of that, that's all good. All right, and you are going to want to rotate across. And I'm kind of going quickly right now for us, but tomorrow, take your time. Get everything that's hurting, including glutes if that's bothering you as well. But it'll probably be more on the side of your hip than it will in your glutes. Okay. That's it for today. We will see you next week for some more exciting workouts from Betty's Gym. Have a great day. Hydrate, eat your protein, and we'll see you next time.